On behalf of the University of San Francisco, I would like to formally welcome all the graduates, families, friends, and supporting faculty and staff to the 25th annual Vizuri Kabisa ceremony. My name is Lester Deans. I serve as the Assistant Vice President for Student Life at the University of San Francisco. I extend congratulations on behalf of the university to all the students who are receiving their degrees this year. I also acknowledge the importance of families, friends, and members of the Black community who have been there in all the ways that they could to support these students towards their graduation. The theme of today's ceremony is, "And Still We Rise." With all the challenges that have come with the past, we want to celebrate students through the wisdom of Maya Angelou's poem, "Still I Rise." We, as a community, will rise out of the ashes of the pandemic, stronger and more resilient than ever. As our students move on to their next chapter, we hope that they continue to persevere, grow, and honor the hopes and dreams of their ancestors. Thank you to everyone who is watching this ceremony for our Black community. To support our graduates, welcome to your Vizuri Kabisa ceremony.
Lift every voice and sing till earth and heaven ring, ring with the harmonies of liberty. Let our rejoicing rise high as the listening skies. Let it resound loud as the rolling sea. Sing a song full of the faith that the dark past has taught us. Sing a song full of the hope that the present has brought us. Facing the rising sun of a new day begun. Let us march on till victory is won.
Hi, I am Sonia Hill Maxian, class of 1985, and chair of the Black Alumni Society at USF. There is a long history of Black excellence graduating from the University of San Francisco, and you have just joined that special group. We honor you and your accomplishments on this 25th anniversary of the Vizuri Kabisa ceremony. Welcome to the University of San Francisco Alumni Association and the Black Alumni Society. I look so forward to working with you.
Hello, Black Scholars. My name is Gwen McDonald, and I'm the graduating class of 1996. We celebrate you today for all of your sacrifices and hard work that has led you to this precious moment. The best advice that I can give you is advice that my grandmother gave me when I was 9 years old. She said, "You are not responsible for that pretty black skin, or those big brown eyes, or your wide nose. But what I will hold you responsible for is what's underneath, your character, and the integrity in which you live." Those words of wisdom has been with me throughout my personal life and professional career. So today, graduates, I gift each and every one of you that sage advice. I wish you phenomenal success as you continue to grow, evolve, and reimagine your life story.
Hi everyone, my name is Alex Archer, class of 2013 and 2016. I wanted to thank the graduates this year. You guys have been through a lot and definitely wishing you the best. I remember both times I attended Black Rad was a very special experience, and something I'm glad to see is still going on at USF. A piece of personal advice that I would give is definitely to keep those friends around you that are positive influences in your life. You can build a lot of great community at USF, and there's still friends to this day that push me in professionally, even if they're not in my same career or the same major. They definitely are positive influences in my life and make me a better person every day. One thing I wish I knew was how prepared I would feel in certain sense. Coming from USF, they definitely give you that education that is built on the world you're going to go into, even though USF may not be as well known in certain circles. Once you get in the door, you'll definitely will be prepared. So just stay diligent. There's a lot of people that want to see you do well.
Class of 2021 graduates, congratulations. My name is Joy McGowan, class of 2003. I am so honored to have this opportunity to speak to you on this auspicious occasion. I have a piece of advice for you. As you move into your careers, into your purpose, whatever you pursue, wherever you go, go in with your full self. That organization will be better off because of what you bring to the table. Your unique set of experiences, your perspective, your voice. Your presence adds value. You are more than enough. So go out into the world with all of your greatness. But for now, celebrate this accomplishment. It is just the beginning. Well done, graduates. Congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates. My name is William Rogers, and I'm class of 2000. Frederick Douglass said, "Find out just what any people will quietly submit to, and you have found out the exact measure of injustice and wrong which will be imposed upon them." One of the pieces of advice that I would give to you is that as you move into the world, exercise the muscles of resilience and perseverance. Things may get hard, but don't quietly submit. Don't participate in your own diminishment. And as you move forward into your bright future, know your value, use your voice, and be your beautiful, authentic self. Congratulations, graduates.
Hello, my name is Sarah Tutance and I am the class of 2016. It's crazy how time flies. One of the things I wish I knew as a graduating student was that you do not have to have it all figured out. I know you are probably getting plagued with many questions such as, what are your plans after graduation? What are you going to do now? And I'm here to tell you, you don't have to have it figured out. You don't have to know. What I will say is, you need to celebrate yourself. You took the last 4 years of classes and leadership positions to explore who you are and what you want to do. Lean on that, celebrate that, embrace that. And don't worry about the future. The future is going to figure itself out. So I'm wishing you the best of success and the best of celebrations, and congratulations, graduates.
What's up, class of 2021? My name is Andrew Peterson, MBA class of 95. I want to congratulate each of you on reaching this major milestone. Not only have you overcome a long history of obstacles, but you've achieved this milestone in the midst of a pandemic. My advice is simple: rinse and repeat. Stop, smell the roses, and keep it pushing. As this is just one of the many achievements you'll have in your lives. And I also want to leave you with a portion of one of my favorite poems called See It Through. When you're up against the trouble, meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fail, but you may conquer. See it through. Even hope may seem but fruitful when your troubles you're beset. But remember, you're facing just what other folks have met. You may fail, but fall still fighting. Don't give up, whatever you do. Eyes front, head high to the finish. See it through. And finally, keep representing. Make sure to help each other and make sure to help those that follow. Congratulations, graduates.
Hello. First and foremost, I'd like to thank my alma mater, the University of San Francisco, specifically the Cultural Centers and the Planning Committee for having me here today. It is an honor to be speaking at the 25th Vizuri Kabisa. To the class of 2021, congratulations. It is such a joy to be here celebrating your achievements with you. You are all here today because you pushed forward during a time that has made all of us slow down or even pause. Earning a degree at any time in your life is a phenomenal feat. And I hope this achievement is one you thank yourself for. I hope this accomplishment is one you celebrate yourself for. This day, this celebration is a thank you for continuing when the world wants you to be still. A thank you for having the courage and capacity to keep going despite every loss that you have faced, despite every embrace you had to go without, despite the love you might have missed out on. I thank you for getting yourselves here today. I hope you thank yourselves. I thank you for being a reminder to me that as Black people, we have the capacity to continue despite, that we have the capacity to be endless, even during this elongated period of turmoil, grief, and loss. In a world where everyone is grasping at nostalgia to get by, wishing and waiting for the pandemic to end and the world to return to normal, we know the normal the world is asking for has never been kind to us. Our lives have always lived outside their normal. I think about the ways we have been forced to live on the outer rim of their society, and I am thankful each day for my existence, and I am thankful each day for yours. When I was asked to give this keynote, I decided I would write all new poems. Most of my poetry deals with grief, loss, and generational trauma, but I wanted this keynote to be a celebration. And to be honest, I was having a hard time. I realized it would be quite hard to talk about all the good this year has brought us without also honoring all this pandemic and this country has taken from us. The beginning of my life was not an easy one. With parents unable to take care of themselves, I was left at the hospital when I was only 5 days old. I knew what it meant to be both absent and alone before I knew my name. I know grief as intimately as I know joy, and joy may be just as heavy as your grief. It is because of my life experiences that I know grieving is necessary. Mourning is necessary. I learned I had to let go of the heavy of my sadness, the heavy of my anxieties. I had to let go the heavy of all my worries so I had the capacity to hold my joy. Today, I want us to honor the joyousness of this day, but I also do not want us to gloss over our collective grief. This new chapter life is offering you will be one filled with laughter, tears, love, heartbreak, struggle, but most importantly, growth. These poems I'd like to share today are poems that are both ode and elegy. Poems that honor what we have given up and what has been taken from us, while celebrating all we have dared to take for ourselves and our community. This first poem I want to share is called An Ode to the Sun in 3 parts. I wrote this poem because oftentimes we are where we are meant to be. We are where we are supposed to be, but somehow we feel as if we do not deserve to be there. Each time I have felt this way, it was my community that reassured me. An Ode to the Sun in 3 parts. A meditation on knowing and becoming. Part 1. The sun don't know her worth in gold. Why bother? Who houses the sun besides the universe? Have you tried to hold sunlight in your hands? Did you see the way the light escapes your grip? You can capture light, but only in a reflection. You give back the light the sun shines on you. The sun is paid her worth in the way you shine. There are rays of light that walk the earth. They are called Black women. Part 2. How bold of you to be where you are meant to be. But how dare you? How dare you not believe? How dare you let uncertainty plant itself on your tongue? You got trees of doubt sprouting from your mouth. The only thing that grows from those trees is indecision. If you bite into the fruit, it is neither bitter nor sweet. The taste of hesitation stings. Now, you so busy chewing on your reservations, you missed the feast of opportunities laid out in front of you. One seed of doubt turns a garden to weeds quick. The dandelions start wishing upon themselves. What do you wish for? What will you let sprout from your lips? Do you water your hopes the same way you water your worries? Do you nurture your dreams the way you nurse your nightmares? Do you know what it means to be rooted? To dig yourself so deep in the soil, you become unwavering. Plant yourself in a plot of your dreams. Reach toward the sunlight. I know what it means to bloom because I know Black women. I know what it means to believe because I know Black women. So I say, how bold of you to be where you are meant to be. Never let anyone think there is not a place to plant yourself. The weeds never worry if they are meant to be there. Spring comes for all of us. What will you do with the sun? Part 3. When I do not see the sun, I'm found by the light of a Black woman. Black absorbs light, converts it to heat. Be thankful. We have not set the world on fire. Only by grace have we not burned their hands each time they try to steal. Only by grace have we not yet burned every one of their institutions to ashes. Be thankful. We are careful when we shine. Do not turn them to kindling. We get our light from the sun, meaning this light is from God. Be thankful. She teaches us mercy. God is the sun. God is a Black woman. Thank her in advance. Remember the name of every woman you tried to dim. Thank her for shining despite. Thank her for being spiteful. Thank the sun in advance. Thank God in advance. Thank a Black woman. Thank a Black woman. Thank a Black woman. Thank you. I'd like to say I know there is a light at the end of the tunnel, that I know there will be an end to the struggle we face as Black people in this country. But what I do know is that we have the capacity to be our own light. As Black people, we have had a history of having to demand what is ours. We have a history of having to persevere. But I do know I get tired of having to push and fight my way forward. I get tired of my entire existence as a queer Black woman being a fight. There are days I cringe when someone calls me a strong Black woman. Most times, Black people and Blackness is only celebrated because of our capacity to be strong, our ability to persevere. But what happens when we do not have any fight left to give? If no one told you today, tell yourself, you are allowed to be soft. You are allowed to be fragile. You are allowed to come undone. This world may not always be kind to you, but it is important to be kind to yourself. Once you show the world how strong you are, it becomes the thing they expect from you. But strength, like grief, is a burden you cannot always carry with you. You must allow yourself the opportunity to unburden yourself with others' expectations of you. If grief is a double-edged sword, I'd like to say strength is the armor. Sometimes that strength that is meant to save you will be what is weighing you down. There are days my shield is too heavy to carry, but that does not mean I surrender. Instead, I know there's someone strong enough to fight for me. My mother shielded me. My sisters shielded me. My communities, my loves, my friends have all shielded me when I could not cover myself. The strongest thing I have ever done is ask for help. If you come to a point in your life after you leave this university and you feel hopeless, feel like you cannot be strong, I ask you not to give up, but to ask for help. I promise someone will be there to shield you. Someone is in your corner and is willing to hold you. This next poem is dedicated to everyone that has held me. It is titled, "The Water Bearer Worries." I left the hospital when the sun turned black. The moon shifts, I call it a sign. Where will you be when the rain comes? I stood at the hilltop and let the thunder sing to me. Did you hear the calm before the storm? A silence I wish I could remember. How can I remember? A memory that fades to black. The sky is readying itself for the storm. The chapel doesn't have an exit sign. The peppered clouds have found me. I will not be alone when the thunder comes. There is a new dawn that comes for those of us who choose not to remember. I am who I am, not what they name me. Each time I leave, I don a new shade of black. I have become a warning sign. Today, I save myself from the storm. Tomorrow, I will be the storm. Those that don't bow to the wind that comes will still be asking the sky for a sign. It is the arrogant that choose not to remember. The white flag glows against the pitch black of night. It is there you will find me. What is meant for me will come for me. That is how I found shelter from the storm. My armor was forged in black obsidian, built to slay what comes, to kill me. Please remember, death is the final sign. The white flag is a sign I never wish to wave. When death comes for me, it will be their care I choose to remember. Those who picked me up after the storm, those who warned me of what comes, those who teach me to be both soft and black. It is a sign of strength to know you cannot outrun the storm. Stay with me. Let me shield you from what comes. The rain remembers, the seas the water returns to is always black. Thank you. The last point I want to leave you with is about joy. We talked about the need to process our grief and the burdens of always having to be strong. But what we have not talked about is how to accept joy. I had grieved for so long. I had been strong for so long that I was uncomfortable when I finally experienced joy. A year after I graduated USF, I thought I had become myself, thought I finally understood who I was. I quit my job at a health insurance company and decided to become a full-time teaching artist. I spent the next couple of years touring around the country, sharing my work with thousands of people. I was doing what I thought would fulfill me, and yet it was the saddest I had ever been. It wasn't because I didn't enjoy the work. In fact, I loved it. I was performing in front of new crowds of people in different cities every other night. I got to sit with students and talk about poetry for hours. It was everything I had dreamed it would be. The joy was there. The love was there, but I did not believe I deserved any of it. How could I begin to accept joy when my communities were unsafe? How could I let myself experience happiness when my people were and are in a constant state of loss? I felt like I hadn't done enough work to be that happy, and felt like I still had so much I needed to do for myself and my community before I could revel in all the work I had put in to get me where I was. It became hard to accept that happiness. I was so good at grieving and had been so strong for so long that happiness and joy felt like some sort of trick. I convinced myself that joy was fleeting, so much so that I didn't need to invest in joy or make space for happiness. I had turned my passion into my work, and I slowly started to forget that it was my passion that brought me moments of joy. I had to reconnect to poetry, then reconnect to myself so I could start allowing myself to feel joy again. For the purpose of this metaphor, if grief is the sword and strength is the armor, that means love, joy, and happiness are magic. The sacred kind of magic that requires work. It is not some quick spell that happens overnight. There will be pain that comes, but there will also be happiness. How much work are you willing to put in to be prepared to accept joy? Do you feel ready to invite joy in? Today we are here to celebrate each and every one of you. I hope this day is as joyous as you need it to be. Celebrations like these will continue to happen, but will you be prepared to accept them? Have you made room for the joy? How will you hold the joy when it arrives? If I could give you homework, it would be to look at yourself in the mirror and say, you are loved, you are appreciated, and you are cared for. Say it again and again until you smile. You are loved, you are appreciated, and you are cared for. For the last 3 years, I wake up every day and remind myself that I am loved, I am appreciated, and I am cared for. I do not know anyone who has not been affected by this pandemic in some sort of way. For most of you, this meant your last days as a student were not exactly what you envisioned. But my hope is that this does not take away from the joy, the pride you should all be feeling today. I hope that you are able to embrace joy when it is presented to you. You must know you are worthy enough for anything you want in life, and that includes joy. To end this keynote, I'd like to close with one last poem. This poem is titled, An Ode to the Day That Is Yet to Come. I saw the sky laughing. By laughing, I mean I saw the prettiest sunset turn blue skies pink and fuchsia hues. When I was a child, I thought laughing must look a lot like that on the inside, that this is what happens when all the joy in your body erupts. I wonder what the sky must be laughing at today. Today I have arrived, this time through the window and not the door. The girl who showed herself today is only half the woman I will be tomorrow. When I say I have arrived, I mean I have become. I became a teacher, the next day a lover, the day after I became a student. Each day I arrive at a new shade of glee. What color will we paint ourselves tomorrow? What is a reflection you do not recognize, except a love you have not accepted? You ever float on too much faith? Belief got you wading in waters you have no business dipping your toe into? How does a being become a bearer of bliss if you have not blossomed until you are unbound? Today I have danced. The floor did not buckle. I held myself. I arrived at a new skyline. By arrive, I mean I have become. My joy had arrived at my footsteps. I danced until I erupted. I laughed until I became. Tomorrow will come. What new color will the sky turn to? What joke will we tell ourselves? What colors will be bursting from our bodies? What songs will we sing as our feet paint the floorboards? Tomorrow will come, and tomorrow I will erupt. The next day I will be undone. The day after is the day I become. Thank you. To the class of 2021, again, congratulations on your amazing achievements.
My name is Brianna Johnson, and I am the president of the Black Student Union and the fellow graduate of the class of 2021. I want to take time today to not only reflect on the year we've collectively faced, but also to send my congratulations to the graduating seniors who have managed to get through this tumultuous year. It is imperative that I recognize the strength and resilience of the USF Black community. We face struggles both inward and beyond, and despite these obstacles, we've accomplished our goals. With the continuous plight of being Black at a PWI, to the never-ending experience of microaggressions and performative solidarity, we've pushed forward. With the senseless murders of our community members, not only at the hands of police, but also at the hands of the government officials who have refused to act against a virus disproportionately affecting Black folks, we've overcome. Though we've made it to the finish line, we've incurred the traumas both associated with college and being Black in America. Nonetheless, it is still important that I use this space to truly recognize how exceptional you all have been at times of adversity. We have grown a beloved community here at USF. We've faced both burdens and success, but we've never been alone in facing our struggles or celebrating our wins that deserve to be celebrated. This past year, we've seen the tremendous organizing efforts of countless student organizations and individuals who have continuously made it their mission to go against the grain and demand for what we as a collective are owed. We've seen students develop and maintain mutual aid groups from the ground up in order to ensure that other community members are staying afloat in these unprecedented times. We've watched as those who may have been facing difficulties in their own personal lives put their own desires aside to help others. As a community, we've cried, we've laughed, and most importantly, we've loved. Though it may be hard to see the beauty in our last year at USF, as USF students, because we're scattered across the globe, we've created and sustained a community that knows no bounds. I want to thank the entire Black community, students, faculty, and staff, for their part in what has been the most fruitful component of student life here at USF. Congratulations to the graduating senior class. I am so very grateful to have been a part of this experience and to ensure a better future for other Black students at this university. Thank you.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here with you today. Thank you for choosing me as your graduate speaker for 2021 Black graduation ceremony. This is a celebration of excellence, Black excellence. Vizuri Kabisa. 2020 was not an easy year for any of us. We lost family, co-workers, and close friends through this continuing pandemic. But through perseverance, we transcend our challenges and we were able to reach our goals. Seeing, gathering, and pulling the light from the darkness is a strength that we all have. How and when we tap into that strength is our own special strategic process. How do we build that inner resilience to strive for excellence? I offer a short story as an answer. I was raised here in San Francisco within Sunnydale projects in the 80s. My mother was very young when she had me, her only girl of 5 boys. Being raised around all boys was both liberating and isolating at the same time. I ended up becoming a runaway at the age of 13, transient, residing with different relatives until I was old enough to be emancipated. I gained street knowledge and a professional education. I built resilience with each challenge and became determined from the ground up to build everything that I thought I could never attain. I am now a woman blended with love, challenges, reflections, and independent growth. What I realized is that growth never stops. And during my educational journey, I experienced a lot of pain, love, bitter isolation, support. Sometimes I felt like I was the last person on earth writing that paper at 3:00 in the morning, that dissertation paper. But these feelings were all part of my transition and growth. God often uses repetition to teach us the same lessons you failed to grasp. It continues to pop up in different parts of your life, like a flag, until you conquer that challenge and learn that lesson. But please remember, it's not about the paper degree. It's about the personality you have developed and how well you implement that into your area of expertise. At our best, we all are resilient. Maya Angelou said it best, and still we rise. There are a couple of jewels and tools that I would love to give you in this journey. Number one, when life slows you down, simply appreciate the change in speed. Be flexible. Stay authentic and true to yourself. Love big. Love, 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 and reach as far as you can to touch your dreams. Everything was put on hold during this pandemic, allowing blessings to present themselves in the oddest ways. It allowed us to connect and build a stronger structure of humanity. So trust the process. Self-care. Take care of yourself. That foot massage you've been neglecting, that 1 hour, extra hour of sleep, or that good healthy meal, schedule it in your time frame, in your schedule. We only have one physical body, so take care of it. For every graduate and family supporting your excellence, congratulations, you are awesome. You have worked very, very hard for this degree and this day. Condolences to the family and friends that would have been here to support you physically, but in spirit, they are here embracing you with that hug of congratulations. You are enough. Don't ever let anyone defer your excellence. Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Rebecca Sige Abibi. Zoe Simone Patricia Baker. Alexis Michelle Banks. Lauren Marie Colson. Malaya Savannah Lagliva Gibson. Leanne Glover. Zoe Michelle Hallman. Kennedy Hayes. Taylor Breon Hill. Brianna Johnson. Malik Lofton. Cameron Trinette Lyons. Jamila Mahal Hotep. Deja Cheyenne Marie Newton. Joanne Jojo Vieira Norman. Nautica Jakayla Tyree Patterson. Zion Perez Paris. Anissa Sierra Sanders. Ashley Scott. Tony Shannon. Justine Singleton. Markel Wam. Miles Xavier Williams. Hamida Dahir Sheikh Ahmed. John Wesley Anderson IV. Moriam Dolapo Balogun. Lydia Daisy Byers Tolliford. Adib Churaman. Arthur Thomas Clinton Jr. Joseph Dia. Lashante M. Foster. Fatima Saeed Ibrahim. Obinaya Chibuike Ihanacho. Asiana Jones. Deshaun Kevin Jones. Moses Kayanda. Amanda Long. Sabrina Marie Merritt. Zephyteret Abira Mola. Lauren Inyuribakwe. Kelechi Ogwebu. Akoswa Opong Mensa. Yensua Rakutua Arisauna. Joseph Satriano IV. Dresden Smith. Jeffrey Taylor. Kaylin Wright. Shaman Wright. Victor George Baker. Whitney Garrett Walker. September Marie Rose. Shalicia Marshall Schuler.
Hello, Black graduates.
We, the Black faculty and staff at the University of San Francisco, want to say congratulations.
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 You did it.
At this moment, take a deep breath.
Breathe in and exhale. You endured the storm and persisted.
You reached this outstanding achievement despite all that has happened in this past year.
Live in this moment and find a way to celebrate and remember how you felt.
Celebrate yourself.
Honor all that you have accomplished.
Be sure to recognize and acknowledge those who supported and encouraged you along the way.
Today is the first of many achievements.
And we wish you all the best in your future endeavors.
We, the Black faculty and staff of USF, cannot wait to see the way you make change in this world.
Be sure to return to USF
and give back to those students who will follow in your footsteps.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
We are so proud of you.
Go Dons.
Dear loving God, we gather today in celebration to give you thanks. We celebrate our graduates, the Black students at the University of San Francisco, for this great milestone. Despite all the challenges this past year, our graduate students have continued to dedicate themselves to their studies. We celebrate their hard work, their resilience, and their courage. We celebrate their accomplishment during their time at USF.
Dear loving God, look favorably at our graduates as they complete their studies here at USF. May what they have learned here allow them to be people for others. May what they have learned here enable them to make our world a better place. As our university tagline says, change the world from here. May they serve others in true solidarity. May they strive for excellence in whatever they do.
Dear loving God, bless our graduates, the Black students, as they chart new beginnings. Enable them to stay true to their dreams for your great glory. Enable them to discern what is right, good, and just. Enable them to use their gift wisely and in service to others. Empower them to walk into the future with faith, hope, and love guided by your light. And kindle their hearts so that they become like fire that kindles other fires.
Dear loving God, we ask that you bless them with patience as they explore new horizons. Bless them with humility. Bless them with compassion for the underprivileged and the suffering. Bless them with generosity in the midst of the challenges to come. Bless them with gratitude for friends, mentors, and family who have supported them throughout their journey. And bless them as they share in the joy of their accomplishments. We ask all of this in God's name. Amen.